This is the notorious stinky tofu, aka臭豆腐. I know it looks quite harmless and maybe even appetizing, but that's because you can't smell it right now. As the Chinese people say, 闻起来臭，吃起来香, which loosely translates to smells like ass but tastes like heaven. And you know what? I agree. In China you can smell the really off-putting aroma of stinky tofu from blocks away, but when you eat it, it's worth it. It's really not that different from how people think about smelly cheese in Europe. There's only one problem though. This stuff is completely impossible to find out here in Germany. I mean, even the idea of cooking this in a German restaurant or selling this on the street in Germany, never gonna happen. Like, I literally think people would call the police because yes, the smell is that bad. Okay, I think I've made my point here, but the big question is, since I cannot buy it, is it possible to make this at home? So the traditional process involves a brine made from fermented and decomposed vegetables, sometimes milk, sometimes even meat or fish, in which the tofu is then soaked anywhere from a few hours to a few days, depending on how stinky you want the tofu to get. A good brine like this will take anywhere between 3 to 4 years to make, and somehow it is said to smell even worse than what you can smell on the streets. I don't know how that's possible. Either way, I think it's safe to say this is a less than ideal project for a home cook. Except, I recently stumbled upon a shortcut and I am very excited to see if it works. It begins at my local Asian grocery store. Thank you Go Asia for supporting the channel. You should be able to find a variety of different fermented bean curds there, all of which are pretty funky and smelly, but nothing will ever beat this, the original Chou Tofu. So I brought it home, opened it up, and this stuff is no joke, you guys. It smells incredibly foul and sulfurous. And what I found quite disheartening was that, yes, this was super stinky, but chou tofu usually smells a bit like a toilet, and this one smelled more like foul eggs. What made the whole affair even less fun is the fact that I had to now break up the pieces of tofu inside. Friendly warning, it literally took a day to get rid of the smell. But hey, if we want stinky tofu, we gotta suffer. We all know that. Cut up some firm tofu, place it in your stinky brine, make sure it is covered with water all the way, and unless you want to buy a new fridge after this experiment, seal your container as tightly as you can and let it soak up those flavors, I guess, for at least 24 or up to 48 hours. There are many different types of stinky tofu out there. There is barbecued stinky tofu, there is braised stinky tofu. The variety from Hunan province is famously black. In Taiwan it's served with like a pickled cabbage salad. But today we are going for my absolute favorite variety, which is a deep fried, crispy as hell stinky tofu with a little bit of sweet chili sauce. I kind of improvised this sauce. Somewhat surprisingly, it actually turned out really delicious. I'll be sure to share the exact recipe with my supporters on Patreon. But hey, you can easily use a store-bought sweet chili sauce or make my favorite chiu-chow chili oil. Alright, now let me cover my cutting board with a sheet of metal to protect it from the potentially eternal stink of chou tofu. It looks just as gross a day later, and the smell, well, I guess a little less horrible maybe? Anyway, I'm getting out a few pieces and patting them real dry so they don't explode in the hot oil, where we deep fry them for about 5 to 7 minutes at 180 Celsius until golden brown. Okay, so two things I would like to point out at this stage. One, the tofu will still be very stinky at this stage, but it will no longer be the like foul, eggy smell. Instead, now we're gonna get the classic shitty smell we all love. That came out wrong, didn't it? And the other thing is that the tofu somewhat decomposes in the brine, and that changes the texture quite a lot. Once you put it into the hot oil, the interior gets really melty and gooey, and the outside gets really sticky. It really starts behaving like cheese, so make sure not to overcrowd your pan to avoid stickage. Okay, and now a two-part question. First, this stinky tofu definitely smells the way it's supposed to, but the big question is, does it also taste the way it's supposed to? I will find that out by eating it. And two, how will my German friend Dennis, who despite his epic mustache has never been to China, never heard of stinky tofu, and does not know what I called him to the studio for, react to stinky tofu? Will I be able to convince him? I go first. So the studio really smells like ass now, and you have no idea how happy that makes me. This tofu though, it just smells like amazing crispy fried food, so no stank here. So the kind of somewhat authentic way to do this is to press Oh my god, it's so soft inside. But you press a hole into each one. I can already tell the texture is amazing. A little nest in each of those, which we're now gonna fill with our delicious chili sauce. Wow. Yes. A little bit of fresh spring onion. A little bit more. And a non-optional good sprinkle of cilantro. To me, this is what really makes this dish. Since you don't know how the studio smells right now, you probably think this is very delicious, and I hope it is. The only proper way to eat this is with a skewer. Pierce this a bit more strategically, like this. I am so excited for that smelly lollipop. Homemade stinky tofu. Is it any good? Wow! This is amazing. It absolutely does not taste the way it smells. In fact, it tastes pretty damn delicious. It really resembles fried cheese now. And it's so soft inside. That's what the inside looks like. Let me get a little bit of extra chili sauce on that one. Okay, so good news, I confirm authentic tasting, creamy, crispy, cheesy stinky tofu can indeed be made at home if you are willing to tolerate the smell. And so, once the odor was gone, around like 6 hours later, I invited my friend to see if a first-timer, a German first-timer, will be able to handle stinky tofu.
Bin ich jetzt nur zum Kosten da? Ja. Nee, was ist das? Oh, what's this?
So first, everybody, this is Dennis. Say hello.
Hi. I'm Dennis.
Dennis is a very good friend of mine, very old friend of mine. How long have we known each other?
Wow, since school. That's a long time.
15 years-ish?
Yeah.
Do you trust me?
Kind of.
With food, do you trust me?
Yeah, with food.
Yes, that's the answer I'm looking for.
Totally.
So we're going to be tasting a food today that is notorious in China.
Okay.
And it's extremely popular. It's called臭豆腐.
臭豆腐.
Yes. Oh, very good. 你中文讲得真好.
Ah.
Okay. 臭豆腐.
Okay.
Open it up and let me know if you can guess what the word "chou" means.
Oh. What's that? Oh. Yeah. It's pretty stinky. Yeah. It is.
Do you like stinky cheese, like gorgonzola, that kind of stuff?
Well, actually, gorgonzola is one of the least favorite, but stinky cheese in general, yeah.
Okay, good. So then there is a chance you might appreciate this.
Okay.
Like the other interesting thing is...
But I still want to smell it, you know? I know it's stinky, but...
In China, about chou tofu, they say, 闻起来臭，吃起来香. Am I right?
Yeah, totally.
So you gotta trust me that this will...
Oh, it's not that pleasant.
Can you imagine how good this tastes?
No, not at all, to be honest.
And you know what's also extremely smelly? Deep frying it.
Okay.
Just back for safety, just a little bit.
It smells more pleasant than this.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, but this one...
And it smells like cheese. Now it totally smells like cheese. So how can you ever taste this the first time? You know, like, that smells like ass. Let's try it.
No, nobody ever tries this by themselves for the first time. Everybody gets introduced, like you.
Yeah, it looks tasty. I'm still afraid you're just trolling me. Wow, that's crispy. Ah, okay. Oh, that looks nice.
So
it's totally molten inside.
So the Chinese ideal is called 外酥里嫩. It's like a crispy exterior, soft interior.
Okay, just like you. Much sauce, please.
DIY chili sauce.
That looks nice. Oh. Nice one.
Do you eat coriander?
No, actually I don't.
You feel it tastes like soap?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I understand.
I'm one of those guys.
Okay. Well, first time I have somebody from the anti-coriander fraction on the channel. Dennis, first time trying stinky tofu.
Kind of afraid of it. Totally like cheese.
Right?
It's so crispy. It's like... I like it.
外酥里嫩.
Oh yeah, can I have another one?
Yeah, you can have them all. Yes, I got a German person to eat stinky tofu and ask for more.
Big bite. It's nice. It's really nice.
Do you think we could sell this in Germany on the streets?
No. But the last one is for you, my friend.
The last one is for me. I already had some yesterday. AP, do you want a piece of stinky ass tofu?
But smell it first.
So this is my roommate and camera buddy, AP, who's been smelling this for the past like 3 days.
Oh, it smells like a fart, to be honest. Oof, yeah. A little like cheese, actually.
So you also get the cheese notes, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Subscribe, hit the like button, smash the bell.
And smell some tofu. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.